Hello everybody, hope all of you are fine. Today here I came with chapter 5 again from C programming. Here there's a question, creative question, and I'll discuss the model answer, that how the answers can be given of this type of question. Okay, let me read out the question first. The ICT teacher discussed about the different methods of debugging. You know what is debugging, checking error, in the class, and told that in the next class he will teach the students how to solve some series by using C language. So in the next class he wrote the series. He actually wrote a program for this series 2 to 3 plus 2 to 5 plus dot 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 plus n on the board and started discussion. Before I start with the first question, as you can see here, the series is starting value is 223 and the next value is 225. That means the increment here is 2. You can very easily understand. So starting value is 223, n value is not defined here, n value is unknown, that is n that we'll have to take. Okay, so this is our stem, and we'll see what is the question. We'll see the questions now. The first question is, what is an array, or what is array? So array is a group of variable. You know, group means multiple, many in one, many variable with one. So an array is a group of variable referred by a single name. Example I have given, int a of 10. Here a of 10 means a is the name of the array where I can give 10 integer type of value. Where it can be used, like let's say I would like to keep the student roll number. I want to design a program where I will keep a student number of a particular class and think that in a class there are 30 students. So to store all the 30 roll number, I need to, one way I can do is I will declare 30 variable. So I need to remember 30 names from that, for that, which is a really difficult job. Instead of that, what you can do is we can declare an array. Let's say roll of 30. So that roll will be the name of the array where I can keep. I'll get 30 space and I can keep 30 roll number on that. This is what array is. Okay. Now let's see the question number B. Write down statutory rules for creating variables. So, or see, when you will write down, when you will declare a variable, you should follow some rules and regulation. Here, let's say you have declared int a, so a is the variable name. There is, in this case, you don't need to follow any rule. But if you want to declare the same variable, but the name, let's say you have given int 2, and 2 you want to indicate 2 is a variable name, which is not acceptable. So when you will declare variable name or a variable, the name must be meaningful and it must begin with letter. Okay, so this is very important. It must begin with letter. Another thing, let's say you would like to keep a student roll number and you have written student, then you have given space, then you have given roll number. Okay, see here, let's say like student space roll number, which is also not acceptable. So there must not be space in between when you are declaring variable. Another thing is, already you guys have used or written maybe C program. Like here, a C program is there, like in void main. Can you see main here? Yeah. So this is a keyword of C language. This type of keyword cannot be used as a variable name. Is that clear? So these are the things you actually will have to keep in mind when you are writing the variable name. Third question was, see the third question, write down the program using C language for the series given in the stem. So this is the series, okay? And for this, we'll have to write a C program. So I just have written a C program, and I will explain that. See, these are the header file, void main, integer. Here I have declared 3 variables. Okay. Hope you can see all of you properly. This I is for starting value. Okay, and is for counting as well. N is for n number, n value. Sum is another variable, but sum I already have initialized a value over there. Sum is equal to 0. We'll see why we have used it here. Now printf, usually we need to know the value of n. So printf, enter the value of n. This question will be asked by the computer when you will run the program. In the screen you can see. Once you enter the value, let's say you have given 15, so that 15 will go into that n variable, okay, which is done by the scanf. Now you may have a question, sir, what is the use of this %d? This %d indicates the value that I am going to give here to n is type of integer. Okay, it will be type of integer. Let's say you would like to give a value which is not 5.0, then that will be type of float. But here n must be of type of float as well. Hope you guys have understood this much. Now I just have declared a for loop. You can do the same thing with do loop, do while loop, or while do loop. I prefer for loop, that's why I have written use here for loop. For I is equal to 223. Why 223? Because the starting value is 223. I less than n, the n is the n number, and I is equal to I plus 2. It's not I plus plus. Why I plus 2? Because the increment value is 2. Now inside the loop I have sum is equal to sum plus I. So what is the first value of sum? It is 0. So 0 plus I, that means 0 plus 223 will be added. Now the value of I will be incremented by 2. So I will be 225. Now it will check, is it less than or equal to n? If it is yes, this will be done. Let's say you have given n is equal to 1000. So this loop will continue till the value of n becomes 1000 or become at least 1000. So after that, once it will be more than that, it will come out from the loop and the value, the sum will be printed. And then the program will be end by this getch. Okay, the main will be ended. Okay, so this is the program for this series. Understood, all of you? Are you sure? Very good. Now, so for loop. In my next video, definitely I will do the same program, exactly the same program, using do loop and using do while and using while do as well. Because in some cases I have seen in questions, like maybe in C or D, maybe this is the assume this is the stem, and in question number C, the question is write down the same program using while do loop or do while loop. So that one also I will discuss. Now the last question, question number D. Which of the method you think is more appropriate that ICT teacher discussed in the class? So again I will read out what he has told. The ICT teacher discussed about the different methods of debugging. Okay, so we'll have to discuss about different methods of debugging. See, the methods that we usually that is very common is a compiler or an interpreter. It depends on the language. It doesn't depend with us. Let's say you are compiling a C program, and instead of compiler you want to use interpreter. That we cannot do. It has been decided before by the developer. So they have fixed up either compiler or interpreter. Both of them, both compiler and interpreter, converts high level language to machine language, or source code to object code. What compiler does is it converts the whole program at a time and shows the all the errors. As it converts the whole program at a time, it is faster. But the difficult part is with this one is, see, as it is giving you all the errors together, you may get confused. You may get scared for debugging it. Now, what interpreter does is it converts line by line. As it converts line by line, it is little slower than compiler. But the advantage is, if there is an error into the first line, it will not go to the next one. So once you check the error of the first line, then correct the error of the first line, then it will go to the second line. So debugging here is a little easier compared to compiler. So which one is better, that we cannot say. It depends actually. It depends. Hope you guys have understood this one. In my next video, as I told you, I will discuss about this loop, and then again I will come with another creative question of chapter 5. But as I was started with chapter 3, I'll continue that one as well. Okay, whenever you see the video, just put a like, or you can subscribe it, or if you press the bell button, then if any new videos come, it will alert you. Okay, thank you very much.